Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. This is test show video to test my ability in speaking English. How do you understand me or not? And also to test your eagerness to the topic I am going to talk about. So forgive me if I was terrible, because it is the first show I am done. I'm going to talk about the Quran. This is the Quran. The Quran is the book of humanity. It is not book of religion. It is not book of Muhammad. It is not book of Arabs. It is book of all human beings. How can we prove that? One, this is just one book everywhere, in every bookshop, in every library, in every shelf, in every home. If you're going to read it, you will read just one book. And the word of it is pure. It has no saying of Muhammad or another person. There is no tafsir or exegesis or anything, just the word as it is. Believe me, this is the book Muhammad read. And this is the book the people with the life of Muhammad read. This is the book all generation read. It is just these words. This is different from any other book, either from Torah or Old Testament and New Testament. Nobody can prove the opposite and challenge any person to prove the opposite. So this has a meaning. It is a special book. You should have any curiosity to read this book. You listen from other. They are talking about other book, not this book. This is not scripts. This is not liturgy. This is not religion. This is nothing. This book to read, to learn, to have some experience. It is summarize the history of human being. And also it is give a guidance for the destiny of human beings. You can read it. It is easy to be read than from any other book, because it is just a plain word. As I said, the other books has a lot of addition, a lot of view, a lot of interpretation, a lot of adding to it. This book is as it is. This is one. The second one, I am claiming, and I thought it is true, you can prove it. Nobody can explain or describe to you the Quran. Never, ever. You have to have very close experience with it, to read it alone, to read it as your style, to read it to understand yourself. You will discover it by yourself. You don't need any scholar. You don't need any clerks. You don't need any person to read it to you. Just read it by yourself. Sure, believe me, you will find that this book has a dialogue with you. He understands you more than any other person. He can communicate with you. He can give you a test of Quran. The test you will never forget. The test you will not find it for any other book. Don't believe all this talk about Quran. Yes, the Quran is famous, but it is the most ignored book in the world. Nobody read it. And he is talking about it. And he makes some decision or some judgment about this book. You never read it. And also those millions who read it, they don't read this by their tongue and their heart. They read it by the other people. tongue and heart. It is like they don't read anything at all. They don't communicate with Quran. They look or make Quran like other religion, which you must admire, even though if you are not admiring. You have to appreciate, and you don't know what you are appreciating. You have to make it great, and you don't feel that it is great. So Quran is different. And from its name, Quran, to read, to understand, to get something new, to get something you don't feel before. Why is that? But it is. You can prove or disprove what I am saying by just reading part of the Quran, surah of the Quran, or listening to it, and try to complement or to think about it, to have meaning to what you are reading. You will find that this book is the great book, and you find the great information, and you find it is the great book for human being. It is not difficult to try it. Just try it. And you will listen, and you will see if I am talking correctly or not. What are you going to lose? Nothing. You read a lot of things. Why you don't read this book? As you read the other things, not more than that. Read it as it is, not what they say about it. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.